Alright buddies, Afreen Malik is back with the last moment strategy. Last moment, yes, we have reached the last moment because 6th May is your English paper. 6th May 2021 is the date from when your exams are commencing and your very first paper is English. Yes, so we have to start good to continue that goodness in all our papers. Obviously, it is going to be that cascading effect. If you do good in your English paper, that same spirit will be reflected in all your papers. So we are not going to let this paper bring down our self-esteem. Yes, so I am over here to help you with your last moment preparation. How? The very first thing, my dear children, is you are supposed to know your paper pattern in and out. What you are going to do, what you are going to solve is something that you should be knowing, right? If you don't know what your paper actually looks like, you will not be able to understand. And why am I saying that is because this is your changed paper pattern. This is your latest paper pattern, and a lot many children are obviously solving the sample papers, but they are not aware of all the types of questions and what are the options given. They tend to confuse because I myself am checking a few sample papers written by children and they end up attempting those questions as well, which they are not supposed to, which they are supposed to leave an option. So that's the reason why I am over here to help you. You are supposed to know your paper pattern. You are supposed to know how it works. Section-wise marks bifurcation. If you see, there are 3 sections just like your old paper pattern. Obviously, last year also it was the same. Reading comprehension 20 marks, writing skills and grammar 20 marks, and then literature textbook supplementary reading for 40 marks. Now, my dear children, you are supposed to know this, okay? This is going to help you even better. This table you must have seen a lot many times, but this is something which is a little much more detailed. If you see, your paper is divided into 2 parts. Earlier it used to be 3 sections, section A, section B, section C. But now this time your paper is divided into 2 parts, part A and part B respectively. Both the parts are of 40 marks, and here if you see, Part A and Part B has got reading. Part A has got reading skills, literature and grammar. Part B has also got literature again, but there is no grammar. Instead of reading skills, you've got writing skills. So what is this difference? Very quickly I will tell you. Part A is more like objective type questions and Part B is more like subjective. In Part B, you are supposed to write more, and in Part A, it is going to be very easy because it is all objectives, MCQs and reading comprehension, finding answers for those comprehension passages, and they are MCQs only. So this is a comprehensive makeup of your paper, okay? Reading skills will have 2 passages. Each passage is going to be of 10 marks. So because there are 2 passages, there will be number of questions 20 obviously, and marks will be 20. One passage will be of 10 marks each. 2 passages, 20 marks. That's how it is. Literature will be for 10 marks. Now, these literature questions are going to be extract-based questions. You are going to receive 4 extracts in total. 2 extracts for prose and 2 extracts for poems. Out of these 2 extracts, you are going to attempt only 1. Out of these 2 extracts for poems, you are going to attempt only 1. So, in total, you are attempting only 2 questions. 1 of prose, 1 of poem. Each question will be of 5 marks, 5 questions, 1 mark each. So that's how it makes 10 questions, 5 for prose, 5 for poems, 10 marks each. Okay, then grammar. For grammar, obviously you are going to receive 3 exercises. One exercise will have 3 questions, the other exercise will have 3 questions, and the last exercise will have 4 questions. This is going to be a multiple choice question exercise. Again, the second exercise is also going to be a multiple choice question type exercise. The fourth one is going to be a gap filling exercise, and the marks is going to be like this: 3 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks. Gap filling exercise will have 4 questions, and that's why it will be for 4 marks. The remaining 2 will be 3 questions each, which will be 3 questions reporting to 1 mark each, equating to 1 mark each, and that's how it counts for about 10 marks for your grammar questions. Now, for writing skills, there will be 2 questions. one letter and one analytical paragraph. For letter also you'll get 2 letter questions, okay? Options will be given to you. Out of 2 letters you have to attempt only one. Letter for 5 marks, analytical paragraph for 5 marks. If you see number of questions, writing skills, how many questions are there? 2. Out of which one is a letter of 5 marks and the other is a paragraph, which is analytical paragraph for 5 marks, and together it accounts for about 10 marks. Then comes your literature. Now here again literature you receive. What is there in literature over here are your 2 marks and 5 marks types questions. So basically your short answer type and your long answer type questions are going to be there in your part B literature. Part A literature comprises of extract based questions, 5 marks. Now here you are going to receive 3 questions, main questions, okay? 3 main questions. The first, these 4 questions will be for 2 marks. These 4 questions is going to be for 3 marks each, and these 2 questions will be for 5 marks each. So these 4 questions of 2 marks will make up for 8 marks. These 4 questions of 3 marks will make up for 12 marks, and these 2 questions of 5 marks will make up for 10 marks. So it will total become 40. So your part A is of 40 marks and your part B is again of 40 marks. Now what I'm going to present next is going to make it easier for you, even easier for you. You can see over here, this is something that you will never get anywhere else. See my dear children, part A 40 marks, question number 1 and question number 2 will be 12 marks. I'm sorry, I'm very excited. More than you people, I am excited about your exam date, and I want to let you people know everything possible so that you can leave no stone unturned when it comes to preparation. So your question 1 and question 2 will be 2 passages. This yellow colored bullet that you see is your reading skills, nothing else. So 2 passages, 12 questions will be given, out of which you only have to attempt 10. Then question number 3 and 4 will be your extract based questions, and red color, orangish, peachish red color bullet is your literature section, which is for 10 marks, okay? 2 extracts, out of which you only have to attempt 1, that will be for prose. Again for poem also will be given 2 poems with or given over there, you have to attempt only 1. So 5 marks, that becomes 10 marks. Your literature is again for 10 marks. Now for grammar, as you can see, there are 3 exercises given, I told you already, okay? Exercise 1 will have 3 questions, exercise 2 will have 3 questions, exercise 3 will have 4 questions, and together this will make up for 10 marks. So something that you saw over here, reading skills 20, literature 10, grammar 10, this is what is given over here in a detailed manner. Reading skills 20, literature 10, grammar 10. Okay, now the part B that you see over here, question 8 will have 2 letter options, out of which you will have to attempt only 1. Question 9 will have 2 analytical paragraph, out of which you will have to attempt only 1. So your writing skills will again become only 10. Writing skills are over from here. From here we begin the literature section that will have short answer type questions and long answer type questions. Simple. So question number 10, this is a little tricky and your children generally make mistake. Question number 10 and question number 11 are similar if you see, okay? Question number 10 and question number 11 are a little similar. Let me show that to you. Question number 10, my dear children, will have 2 sub questions, A and B. Under A, you will receive 3 questions from your textbook. Under B also, you will receive 3 questions from your textbook. And from those 3 questions, you have to attempt only 2, and these 3 questions, you have to attempt only 2, which means that answer any 2 questions from A and B for 8 marks. First of all, there are 4 questions that are supposed to be attempted. 2 from A and 2 from B. You cannot attempt 3 from A and 1 from B. That cannot take place. That cannot be possible. Okay. The combination cannot be 3 from A and 1 from B, or 3 from B and 1 from A. Even if you know only 1 answer from B and you know all the 3 answers from A, you can't take up that combination. It is not permitted. Okay. So 2 questions from A, 2 questions from B. Any question you can pick up, that is up to you. But 2 each. And 1 question is of 2 marks, and that's why 4 questions will make up 8 marks. Same thing happens with question number 11 also, but the only difference over here is one question is of 3 marks. Okay, so 4 questions will make up for 12 marks. Any 2 from A, any 2 from B. One question is of 3 marks, so 4 question will be for 12 marks. Simple, that's all. You know what you're not supposed to do. You don't have to take that irregular combination of all the 3 from A and 1 from B and vice versa. Now for question 12 and 13, it is very easy. Question 12, long answer type question. Question 13, long answer type question. 2 questions will be given, out of which you have to only attempt 1. Over 13, 2 questions will be given, you have to attempt only 1, and that is how it will make up for 5 marks separately, 10 marks together. Together it is not considered, it is considered separately itself. So I hope you understood now your paper pattern properly and you will not make any mistake, okay? And this is something that you must not have seen anywhere else. This is something that you're going to only get at Bright. So please like and subscribe if you haven't. Hit that like button, share it with your friends and let them also reap the benefits of these videos that we are making, taking so much of efforts, yes? Okay, now study tips and guidelines. Quickly, I want to tell a few things to you which will help you, which will give you that wake up jerk, and you will be able to wake up out of the slumber if you are even at this point of time. So my dear children, before even this, let me tell you, when we were going through the question paper format, I forgot to tell this thing to you. Do not attempt optional questions. If they are told to you to attempt only 2 out of 3, just attempt 2 out of 3. Don't attempt the third one. It is not going to fetch you extra marks, but it will irritate the examiner and you may end up getting marks deducted. Somewhere you will irritate, you will make that examiner do hard work unnecessarily, and it will somewhere reflect in your correction. So obviously, never try to flaunt how much you've prepared, how much you are knowing the other lessons, and don't try to prove yourself by attempting optional questions. They are only going to waste your time and energy, and it may reflect in your paper somewhere. So make short brief notes, time management and effective planning, reference books, so many questions all together children ask. Yes, make short brief notes. You're supposed to keep your literature. Now we have 2 months exactly, right? From now we have 2 months. So you are supposed to take up literature every single day. Take up your textbook, keep it by your bedside and read your literature notes every day at night when you are exhausted and drained from your entire day studies. English is a subject that need not to be struggled to learn. It does not require a lot of brainstorming. You can keep it at that point of time in your day wherein you are all exhausted, strained, and you don't feel like doing anything. So you can pick up your textbook, you can read one lesson daily. We've got 2 months in hand now. So one lesson also, if you do daily reading in depth, it is going to immensely help you. Reference books, you ask me, I suggest for English literature, no reference books. English literature, thorough reading of your text. NCERT textbook. So when you are doing thorough reading of your textbook, you don't need any reference book for your literature. But at the same time, when you read every lesson each night, get up the next morning, jot down points and make brief notes of what you've read the previous night. By the end of these 2 months, you will have a nice book which will come to you handy when you will go for your exam. A day before your exam, just browsing through those handwritten notes that you made yourself will immensely boost your energy, will give you self-confidence, and you will feel that you've done something to attempt your paper nicely. So make short brief notes, learn literature every night, read every lesson, and not just summaries. When it is written, thorough reading of the text, it does not mean simply going through the summaries. My dear children, no, never. Some questions, especially extract-based questions and short answer type questions, are framed in such a manner that wherein they ask you about those small nitty-gritties and very minute details which can only be known by you if you have read the text properly. By summarizing, by just reading the summaries of lessons, you will not be able to attempt those questions. Take it from me. Okay, so thorough reading of your NCERT textbook. For reference books, yes, you can go for reference books such as Oswald publication and key points and all-in-one and all those for practicing writing skills and grammar concepts. Grammar need to be practiced on an alternate days basis. Reading of your textbook should be daily at night, but writing skills and grammar practice should be done on alternate days. Every alternate day in the early hours of your day and not at night, because to write creatively and to practice grammar, you need to think and write, and thinking can be done when you are fresh, when you are energetic, right? So when you are fresh and energetic, you have to keep it at the early hours of your day, and you need to practice writing skills and grammar. And to practice writing skills and grammar, I told you which reference books to go through, but for your literature, you are only going to stick to your NCERT textbooks. Now the two last questions with which I am going to end the session, okay? The two last questions that I am bombarded with by almost every student that I meet. Ma'am, which section to attempt first? And ma'am, how many sample papers should I solve? Now, which section to attempt first? You are going to assert that. You are going to evaluate yourself by your own. I am nobody to tell you that you should go with part A first and then part B. As an individual, you know you are comfortable with what you are comfortable with. Your preparation, depending upon your preparation, you are supposed to decide. If you feel that you take a lot of time thinking and creative writing gives you a tough time, and while attempting literature answers, you go very smooth. So you should attempt literature first. You should attempt the other questions first, and then you should attempt those questions that take a lot of your time. But if you feel that writing skills are something that you love and literature you take a lot of time to answer those questions, then you are supposed to do the other way around as well. So basically what I tell you is there are teachers and there are YouTube lectures available wherein they actually give this standing instruction to children that this is the section that is supposed to be attempted first. Not knowing that every child is different, every child's preferences are different, every child's choices and their preparation and their intelligence level is different. There cannot be a hard and fast rule as to attempting any particular session first. No, you are supposed to tell yourself and you are supposed to judge yourself better which section you are supposed to attempt first. And how will you be able to identify that which section gives you a difficult time and which section comes very easy to you? By solving sample papers. Now, how many sample papers to solve? Now again, I am not going to tell you that you're supposed to solve 10 papers by now. You're supposed to solve 20 sample papers by the end of this month. No, I am not somebody who will tell you something like this, because for me quantity does not matter, it is the quality that matters. Even if you are solving 5 sample papers, if you decide to solve 5 sample papers, the 5th sample paper should come out all refined with that finesse that we are looking for. Okay, it should be impeccably good. I have children solving 10 papers together, throwing it on my face that, ma'am, we've solved 10 sample papers together. What is the point? Tell me. When I check, all the sample papers have the similar mistakes, and when the 11th paper will come out, it is going to have the same mistake. No, solve one paper, get it corrected from your respective teacher, look for your mistakes, and then when you solve the second sample paper, your second sample paper should not even have a single mistake from your first paper. Your third paper should have no mistake from your second and your first paper. By the time when you reach your last paper, it is supposed to be impeccably good with all those mistakes rectified, which you have done, which you have made in your initial papers. So don't go by the quantity of your papers, but by quality. Concentrate on improving your paper's quality. The last sample paper that you will solve should be impeccably good, should be a replica of your actual exam paper that you will write in your examination hall. So it is not how many, but how. Okay? How many sample papers to solve? No. Solve 5, solve 10, solve 20, but your last paper should have no mistake from your initial papers, because you are supposed to learn from all your mistakes and you are supposed to rectify your error in every other paper that you will solve. Don't look for question papers on various sites and other different not reliable sources shouldn't be looked for when it comes to question paper. Go for Cbse official website, because the other papers that you get over the net are all erroneous and they tend to confuse children. Children tend to get into that self-doubt, wherein thinking that maybe we are lacking in our preparation, bringing down their self-esteem and morale and making them feel inconfident about themselves, giving them that last moment fever and jitters and all those things. So let's not do that. look for proper question paper from your Cbse official websites and solve them and get it corrected, and ensure that you've rectified all your mistakes in your other paper that you solve. So that's all for today. I hope these strategies will help you. These tips will help you. Implement them. Try to work accordingly. Don't set an ideal timetable and an impractical timetable. Set a timetable that will suit the best to your routine, knowing what are your drawbacks, knowing what are your weaknesses and your strengths. Work on them, and all the very best, my dear children. Here, the last slide you shouldn't forget seeing. Yes, a very big good luck from the Be Right team. We are all there to assist you, help you till the end of your exam and even after that. So be with us. And how can you be with us? By subscribing to our YouTube channel. Just don't simply watch videos. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you so much, all of you. Bye-bye. Afreen Malik signing off. See you the next time.